Everybody looking at me like, what the fuck this hoe got going on? Bitch, I'm doing a motherfucking video. Oh, still not good with the whole intro thing, but a lot of people have been asking me what it is that I use for like foundation, highlight, contour, bronzing, all of that. So here I was doing this eye look, this natural glam, no I'm just playing, but this eye look, and now I'm fixing to move on to the face. So if you're interested in knowing my face routine, then just keep on watching. It's a fucking fly in here. Everybody know I fucking hate flies. So the very first thing that I do is moisturize. So the moisturizer that I use is Cetaphil moisturizing cream. It's the one that comes in this big old green jar. I use this first, and then I use any sunscreen. The one that I'm using right now is the Max Block sunscreen, and it's SPF 30. And it looks like that. It's a fucking fly in here. I had to kill a fly. So after I've moisturized and put on my sunscreen, the next thing I do is prime. So for the primer that I'm going to be using today is the Benefit Pore Professional Matte Rescue Primer. And this is like a gel primer. And with this one, I focus it more in my T-zone area. So the next primer that I use is a Maybelline Master Prime. It's the Blur and Smooth one. It's a white one, and it looks like that. Next, I use my Makeup Forever Step 1 mattifying primer, just like that, and I only put this on my nose. And I use so many primers because one, I want my makeup to stay on for as long as it can, and two, I have all these mattifying primers, but I love to wear luminous foundations, so I feel like it balances it out so I won't get too oily throughout the day. Next, I'm using this Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I'm gonna put it right here in my laugh line so it won't crease throughout the day. So now that I have all my primers on, I like to set my primers, so I'm gonna go in with this Coty Air Spud. This is a translucent loose powder. With this powder, I'm just pressing it into my skin. Now that my face is ashy as hell, I'm going to take my Makeup Forever HD foundation stick, and this is in Y445. And this one is actually too light for me, so I'm going to take it right here on the high points of my cheeks. The foundation that I'm going to be taking today is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Illuminating Foundation. So to blend out my foundation, I'm going to be taking this Morphe brush. And it's a Morphe M439 brush, and it's my favorite to blend out my foundation, period, point blank. And then I'm going to spray my brush with this Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. I don't like to buff in my foundations like this. I like to pat because that's how I get the most coverage. So now that that's all blended, I'm going to take my concealer, and I use the Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Sand. I'm only going to try to use a little bit because I usually use a shitload. Just to darken it up a little bit, I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. Then to blend everything out, I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge, wet, damp. I see girls blending out their foundations with dry beauty blenders and dry sponges, and I don't get it. It's supposed to be wet, not dry. So I blend everything out and do the eyes last. So when I'm blending out my under eye concealer, I don't take the concealer all the way back here. I stop just about right there, because if you take it all the way back, then it's going to give you the appearance of your face being wider, and I already have a wide face. So to blend this out, I take the flat side of my sponge. So to set my under eyes, I'm going to take that same Coty Air Spun on a Real Techniques contour brush. And I just pat it into the skin. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using L'Oreal True Match in N7. To bronze my face, I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deepest. So first what I do is go back and forth laying the product down, and then I'll go in circular motions to blend it out. So next what I use is this MAC Studio Fix powder in NW48. I use this powder on top of where I bronzed, and this is a powder foundation, so it's going to add more coverage. And then if it's looking a little muddy, I'll take this brush with no product on it most of the time, and I'll just clean it up by going just like that. So next to contour, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and it looks like this. This is like the original one, but what I do is take all 3 shades, and I'm using a MAC 109 brush. And then on top of that contour, I use the MAC Pro Longwear powder in Dark Deepest on the same MAC 109 brush. So that's pretty much it for the face routine. I'm gonna go off the camera and finish the rest of my face because obviously I'm incomplete, and then I'm gonna show you how everything looks at the end. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave comments down below. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!